What's up guys, Hollywood here, and in this video I'm going to answer the question of how to get designs that sell well. I'll be having another video that's more in depth about finding proof of if a design will sell or not. This video is going to be more about how to get the design once you've sort of identified it. Alright, so what we're going to do is I've kind of broken up into three categories. You either have no money and no graphic design skill, you have graphic design skill, or you have money. And so I'm going to start off with the group, if you don't have money, you don't have any graphic design skill, how do you get a design? It's not possible. It is actually pretty possible. You do have to put in some work, but it's really simple actually, and it's your design quality is not necessarily the deciding factor if you're going to sell a design or not. What I mean by that is there are a lot of shirts out there that are just white text. And so if you are able to find designs like that, you can create them yourself very easily. I personally use Photoshop. I know there's other graphic design tools that you can Google on your own, but with these talks I'm going to be addressing Photoshop, but the principles apply to all of them. So there are two kind of like designs that I think are really good to make if you don't have any skill or money to invest into your designs. And it's simple white text and then simple graphics. Pretty much everyone can do this. They just have to watch maybe a few tutorials on YouTube about Photoshop, but they're really simple to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside Merch Informer, and it's going to help us identify a dessert that's selling well. And so this is live, and so I'm going to find a shirt that is simple, that anyone can create it if they're willing to put in a few hours into it. So this looks like an M&M. Funkle is actually trademarked. So we're not going to do that. That's something I'd consider too complex. You're technically not supposed to have cursing, so I don't know how they got that by. This could work if you could find this graphic for free, and I've had some other videos about where to get graphics from, but I don't think that's going to be an easy graphic to find. Too much. So this shirt, for example, Tired as a Mother. This is actually a very simple design. All it is one font, Tired as a, those are the words, and then Mother is just a brush stroke font. You could get that kind of font on defonts.com, and Photoshop has them built in. So let's just take a look at it closer. That's an example of a design you can make yourself. And so we'll just stick with that. So very simple, but how much is it selling? According to this, it's selling $140 a month. So if you imagine if you just kept uploading designs that have proof like this, and they're really simple, you can do them yourself, you will grow your Merch by Amazon business. So once you've decided on your design that you want to recreate, before you do it, it's very important that you trademark check it. For example, we were thinking about creating some Funkle shirts. It seems really simple, but if you go into trademarked.com, or you can do USTPO. I'll be having a more in-depth video on trademark. If you go to Funkle via trademark, you're going to see that there's some it's saying it's mailed, non-action. I'm no trademark expert. I don't really know what this means. It just I don't want to deal with it. There's so many other designs I could be making. I don't want to deal with someone hurting my merch account. But you can, maybe you do want to, you don't mind, maybe you know what this means, or you're just not concerned about it, but you always want to check to make sure you can recreate the design and you're not liable to get sued, or you won't probably get sued unless you're selling thousands of designs, but you could get a strike on your merch account if Amazon gets notified that you've infringed on copyright and they believe it to be accurate. Also, another note, trademarks can happen out of nowhere. So new trademarks are happening constantly. So even though when you made the design, it wasn't trademarked, it could actually become trademarked a month later, 3 months later. From my limited knowledge of trademark, they can't do it that quickly. They can't do it in a week. So if you did this step and you haven't seen any kind of mail notification, then it's probably going to take a few months before they actually get it. I'm no attorney, so don't hold me to that. But I would recommend checking your designs. I'd recommend having a VA do it every month to 3 months to make sure that your designs are not infringing on any copyright via the main keyword or so via some kind of text. So that's what I would recommend if you don't have any money or skill. Now, if you have graphic design skill, then it's just a investment of your work and time. I would just go, and I'll have a more in-depth video about this, but I'd just go find these designs that are selling well and just recreate them and make them different enough so that you're not infringing on their copyright, but just recreate them on your own because you have the skill to do it. You don't have to spend any money because you've already invested to get that skill. Now, if you do have money, then you obviously have more options. You can always make your designs yourself, but you can also outsource it. So what are your options for outsourcing? So first off, I want to talk about template designs. So what I mean by that, straight out of third grade. So you could either hire a designer to make a PSD file. So I'm talking about Photoshop again. That's a Photoshop source file, and it gives you all the elements inside Photoshop. So it would let you manipulate the different text within Photoshop. And so straight out of third grade, you would just replace the third with fourth grade, straight out of fourth grade, straight out of fifth grade. So you could create dozens of designs just by doing an easy, quick change. And there are other designs similar to this. A lot of them are like born in October, born in September shirts, and you can just change out the month. Also, name specific or name specific designs work like that as well. So the way you'd get this kind of template is either finding most print-on-demand sites, most sites that give you the design usually don't give you the PSD file or the source file to manipulate it. So you'd probably have to get a designer to make you that source file. But there are some websites that will give you the source file and the template. But it'd be worth the investment to have someone like Fiverr, a designer on Fiverr, to make that template design for you, and you can manipulate it. Now you can also just go on Fiverr and hire people to make your designs. Just search Fiverr, go to t-shirt designer. You get all kinds of people. You have to filter through it, see what works best for you. Upwork, I'm sure you've heard of that. And online.ph, we're actually just hiring some Filipino graphic designers, and they like $4 or $5 an hour is a lot to them. So you don't have to manage them now; they're an employee, but they can work a lot, and it doesn't cost that much. So that would be a site I recommend. And if you just want to buy the designs themselves, you can go to sites like Creative Market, and they will have pre-made designs. Creative Market likes to do package deals. So like this first one is a t-shirt design master collection. It has all kinds of designs and templates and stuff in there. And so you can just buy the designs pre-made. And there are a lot of other sites like that. You can Google them. The problem with those is that if the design isn't what the market wants already, then you either have to test it out and see if the market would want it, or it's just not going to work. So it's much more ideal to have a designer from online.ph or Upwork or Fiverr that can create a custom design for you based off proof. So for this one, the bonsai tree, I would be able to send this design as an example to my designer and say, could you create something similar to this? And it's proving it's selling $203 a month, and we would have that design and we'd be able to put it out, and we are increasing our likeliness of a sale. So that is my quick sort of rundown on how to get a design that's likely to sell. We don't just want to fill our account with designs that don't have any proof, unless you're experimenting. But ideally, you're going to increase your chances if you find designs that have proof of a sale or social engagement and then recreate them. I'm going to have another video that's more in depth on that. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to like and smash that subscribe button. And if you want to learn more about Amazon, I highly recommend you sign up for Liz's link below. Take care, guys. Bye. Oh, that's a security guard coming to the office. We stay a little too late at the office.